Welcome to the U.S. Military Base YouTube channel. Let's start with the latest news of the military agenda. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Ukrainian rocket forces and artillery units hit a group of Russian military personnel and equipment, 2 fuel storage points, 2 air defense systems and an important military installation. Warplanes and helicopters, carrying out coordinated operations with Ukrainian artillery units, carried out more than 10 missile attacks on 3 regions where Russian military personnel and equipment were concentrated. Official reports indicate that Ukrainian forces destroyed 2 Russian tanks, 5 combat vehicles, 6 artillery systems and 1 multiple launch rocket system in these attacks. In response to the attacks of the Ukrainian forces, the Russian forces attempted to attack from 4 different fronts. The Ukrainian forces, who managed to repel 58 enemy attacks in total, performed at a high level on the Bakhmut front. In this context, Ukrainian Armed Forces Eastern Group spokesman Serhiy Cherevati stated that the Russian army has made great efforts to seize the highway connecting Bakhmut and Chasiv Yar, but they are far from reaching this goal. Noting that the Ukrainian Special Operations Forces are constantly attacking the enemy positions on and around this highway, Cherevati said that the situation in the region is still stable. In fact, in the past weeks, the Russian army sent its most elite troops, paratroopers, to the region. However, reports indicate that Russian commanders are holding these units in defensive positions and the main strike team in the area is still the Wagner Group soldiers. Worse still, the statements made a few minutes ago show that the Russian army is in danger of completely losing its main strength on the Bakhmut front. Experts of the Institute for War Studies on this issue reported that the leader of the Wagner Company was afraid of the counterattack of the Ukrainian armed forces, especially in Bakhmut, and urged the Kremlin to strengthen its defense in the east. The head of the private company makes a striking prediction that the Ukrainian counteroffensive could begin on May 15, but the Russian army did not take any measures to repel the attacks. Noting that the positions behind the main front line in Bakhmut are vulnerable, the head of the private company says that if the Russian military leadership does not provide the necessary support, it will withdraw its troops from the region. In addition, according to the statement made by the Minister of Strategic Industries of Ukraine, Oleksandr Kamyshin, Ukraine signed 3 new agreements with the Turkish drone manufacturer Baykar, within the scope of the International Aviation Equipment Fair Technofest 2023, held in Turkey. Kamyshin said, 3 new agreements for the Turkish manufacturer Baykar and the Ukrainian manufacturers. Of course, I will not tell the details, but I can guarantee that these contracts will bring export earnings and new generation weapons to our country. Although the Ukrainian official did not share the details, experts have some guesses on this matter. Currently, Russian authorities have serious concerns that the Ukrainian armed forces will receive new drones from the Turkish manufacturer. In addition, Baykar's introduction of a new long-range missile that can be used by the TB2 UAV about 1 to 2 weeks ago raises some questions in our minds. Russian experts think that the Turkish company may have supplied this long range to the Ukrainian army. On the other hand, the culmination of the event that ended a few hours ago in Turkey was Kaan. The aircraft was last introduced, and before that it paraded the light attack aircraft, the Hurjet. Kaan came on its own. A drone camera spun to capture the best shots. We remember that on March 17, Turkey took the twin-engine Turkish warplane out of its hangars for the first time. Then, in the early hours of the morning, the aircraft conducted its first taxi tests on the runway. According to the news in the Turkish press, Kaan should carry out its first flight test by the end of 2023. This is a step forward for Turkish industry and good news for local defense as Ankara initially plans its first flight test. According to local sources, Kaan will have 3 prototypes, Block 0, Block 1 and Block 2. These will be developed gradually over the years, with each new block increasing the level of testing. Turkey plans to take the first 10 warplanes of the 5th generation Kaan into the Air Force inventory in 2029. The first colors of Kaan are in the gray color range, as we announced in mid-March. According to the publications in the Turkish press, Kaan will turn into an aerial platform that will cooperate with unmanned aerial vehicles. It is known that in the last 10 years, Turkey has become one of the world leaders in the design and production of warplanes with various functions from reconnaissance to attack, and even stealth fighters. Kaan will be able to engage in air-to-air combat with new generation weapons in Turkey. Air-to-air combat with next-generation weapons will be able to deliver precision strikes at supersonic speeds from internal ball supports. It will provide increased combat power with artificial intelligence and neural network support. Within the scope of Kaan, the world's largest test centers such as Lightning Test Facility, Radar Section Facility, Wind Tunnel Facility are being promoted domestically. In addition, Kaan will pave the way for the increase of test data processing capabilities. There are 4 5th-generation Warriors in the world right now. The American F-22 and F-35 lead the most produced and, accordingly, the most operationally ready column in the world. They are followed by the Chinese J-20 fighter jet, which, according to Chinese sources, has reached 200 units. In last place is the Russian Su-57, which should form a fleet of 44 units in the next 2 years. South Korea also joined this elite group. The Kf-21 Burmese undergoes extensive flight tests that check not only the flight characteristics but also the avionics. In the coming years, if all goes well in testing, South Korea and Indonesia are expected to be the next countries to receive the 5th-generation fighter jet. While China is seriously catching up, Americans are the most technologically advanced in this field. What will be the technological capabilities of the Turkish Kaan and what avionics and weapons it will use will be seen in the future. In the coming days, we will follow all the military and political developments in the world, especially the Russia-Ukraine war, for you. To be informed of developments faster, you can subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Also, if you like our video and leave a comment, you will make us feel your support. For now, I wish everyone a good day. See you soon.